Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 video. Today I want to show you a fun little build I've been experimenting around. I would call it like a trap rogue, mostly using poison trap and then together with the ultimate. But let's get into the skill tree first. Paragon is not as important as the rare glyph that we socket here. So this snare rare glyph gives us more trap skill damage. So that's nice, but other than that, just look for, in this case, in this radius intelligence and then whatever you have. I don't have like full paragon yet, I'm only 58. Into this skill tree, I'm using forceful arrow together with fundamental forceful arrow just to be a bit more safe and be able to apply vulnerable if I need. Have maxed this out, I don't have any more points to spend here and it's not our main damage dealer anyways. I put 5 points in rapid fire together with enhanced and improved. This is pretty important to get some energy back, as you will see soon when we get to the gameplay. Then I've maxed out caltrops, which has decent damage actually, and together with increased damage if the enemies are in caltrops, and then it also chills them. And here our bread and butter poison trap, rank 8, 3 from items, together with enhanced and subverting poison trap, and we got concealment together with enhanced and subverting concealment. In terms of passives, we have while stealthed, I heal for maximum life. This is something I need to toy around more. I need some kind of sustain, but this might not be the best, but for now this will suffice. Agile 1 point to reach mending obscurity, and then exploit and malice to do more damage. We don't have any imbuements, but we got a deadly venom for more poison damage, and 1 point in alchemical advantage, sorry. So we get more attack speed for each enemy that's poisoned. 1 point, I guess, is enough. 2 points would be better maybe if we can find another point somewhere. 3 point into trap mastery, which gives us increased critical strike chance against vulnerable and crowd control enemies, and they're basically always crowd controlled because of methodical caltrops that chills. And then Death Trap together with the enhancements Prime and Supreme, as well as Haste, 3 points and 1 into Adrenaline Rush. And you might have guessed we got Exposure, which on lucky hit means that any direct damage to an enemy affected by trap skill has a 25% chance, so you have to lucky hit first and then another 25% chance to reduce the active cooldowns of the trap skills, which is nice for our ultimate. And also drop a cluster of exploding stun grenades. So that's basically the build, together with the legendary powers. So why I'm trying this is I found this one, or I gambled this one, and it has Poison Trap no longer breaks stealth and triggers no cooldown or arm time while you are in stealth. All Poison Traps activate when you exit stealth, and Poison Trap's cooldown will be 2.5 seconds per trap placed. So it basically means if I enter stealth, I'm 4 seconds in stealth, and then I can put down 4 poison traps. Then if I get out of stealth, they will all arm at once, which is pretty nice. Then together with Death Trap and Preparation, meaning that the ultimate resets the cooldown of the other two, so I can do this again and again. I mean, not again and again, but like one after another, and then I'm hoping Death Trap will be ready again, and then I can do it again. But yeah, in theory, I guess I need more cooldown reduction, because yeah, this ultimate skills cooldown will be lowered by spending 100 energy. Sometimes it takes some time, sometimes not, depending on how much lucky hits I get for exposure, which also reduces the trap cooldown. So what else do we have? Not really much great stuff. This is just some heal per second per close enemy. I haven't found anything better. Basic skills grant damage reduction. This one is nice. Caltrops now throw a cluster of exploding stun grenades. Together with... where is it? Here, your grenade skills count as trap skills. Whenever you arm a trap or drop grenades, you gain a movement speed. But the first sentence is the important one. Grenade skills also count as trap skills. That means, and this is pretty neat, that Caltrops also is a trap now. And for example, smoke grenade would also be a trap, but we're not using that as of now. But this is pretty neat, together with another legendary aspect. Here, lucky hit dealing direct damage to enemies affected by your trap skill has up to a 30% chance to make them vulnerable. So if they are in caltrops, I have a chance on lucky hit to make them vulnerable as well. And then some other stuff. When I break stealth, I drop some stun grenades, which are basically, again, count as traps. Agility skills reduce the cooldown of my next subterfuge. This is not important, but it's nice because next agility skill does more damage then. And caltrops does decent damage overall, because I maxed it out. This one is just because of the ring, because it's better than my old ring. Marksman skills have a chance to create an arrow storm, not really significant in this build, I guess, but it's a little bit more damage. This one also drops stun grenades after evade or shadow step. We're not using shadow step right now, but evade, of course, and then we have a little bit more damage also. And yeah, that's basically it. This one gives me a little bit less damage from crowd controlled enemies, and basically they're always crowd controlled because of caltrops. And yeah, a lot to go over in these builds because of all the legendary aspects, but that's basically it. And let's get into some gameplay. We are at World Tier 3 Nightmare difficulty. I tried to already do the capstone dungeon for World Tier 4, but it was pretty hard. I reached the boss actually, but the boss just one-shots me, so... There are like stronger builds. I think there's a rogue build that did it with like level 56, but I mean, it's not only about that, it's also about having fun, and I think this build is kind of fun. Kind of like it. So basically we go into stealth, and we go out of stealth, and everything explodes. And then we can ultimate, which resets our cooldown on the stealth and our trap. We need a big cluster of enemies here somewhere. A single target is kind of a bit of a nuisance, as always. And basically we try to spam our rapid fire to get the death trap cooldown lowered. I hate this wall of wind, or wind wall, or whatever it is. I don't know. It stuns me so often, I don't see anything. Oh, dead end. Sometimes we don't need to use the ultimate, we just clean up with rapid fire here. And again, like, it's not very super optimized gear. I think I'm missing some legendary powers that I cannot just get from dungeons. And like some other stuff on the gear, but like for playing through the game, for example, at a certain level, or like after level 50, it's kind of neat. And I don't think the poison traps stack on the damage, but if you have a big cluster of enemies, it's nice to drop a few. But I can also like drop just one poison trap, and then the cooldown is actually only 3 seconds or so. So this is basically how it plays. And yeah, I think I got a good idea. I mean, it's basically the same all around now. Also on the boss, you try to drop some poison traps, ultimate, drop more poison traps, and then shut it down with rapid fire. Use your caltrops as often as possible to get some distance and also slow them. And then they also get chilled, and over time they also freeze. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, I hope you like this kind of build or video. I'm trying some more builds in the future. I need like more gear and more legendary powers to toy around with. Yeah, but this is pretty exciting stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.